Today's Garage 419 is brought to you by Factory, Spike's first original comedy, Sundays at 10. Welcome to yet another episode of Garage 419. Joining me today, once again, Mr. Alex Roy.
What's up, Mr. Matt Farah?
Where the hell have you been, dude? I haven't talked to you in like a month, and then you just show up in the studio and say, let's shoot.
Well, my secret project is called Geotegic. I mean, I'm as big a rally fan as anybody, but the biggest problem with rallies is you can never find any news coverage that's really, accurate, let alone real time.
It's always like late breaking blogs that are 2 days behind.
Yeah, a year late, usually.
Yeah.
So, I'm working on a project for Piaggio, which makes the Vespas and Moto Guzzi's and other things, for these two guys who are going cross country on these three-wheeled Piaggios. And so every day on this blog that we've done, we're using Google Earth and Google Maps to track these guys in near real time. And you can see exactly what they're doing. And this is exactly what rallies need. So if you want to check out our website, it's some pretty cool coverage.
What's the website?
NoAgeLimitPiaggio.us.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to put that one on the bottom. Let's talk about cars. What do you say? I'm gonna check out your website later, but we're here to talk about cars. And you like BMWs, we all know this, yeah? Yeah. So BMW just leaked some pictures of the new 7 Series. Have you seen it?
I'm afraid so.
In my opinion, it's not really a 7 Series anymore. Now it's a Lexus LS 460.
I've given Bangle a lot of grief because he took the E39, which is the best car of all time, best BMW ever, obviously. I have 3 of them. And then he gave us the E60. And flame surfacing is, no. But this thing makes me want to set it on fire and actually see it in flames.
Why? I mean, why do they have to go so the other way with the conservative styling? I mean, they haven't. It's not like they have had any lack of sales even with the controversial styling.
Look, just like Porsche should have done it back in 1985, BMW should have literally closed the design studio in 1999 and never changed another model ever.
So just 100 years of E39 M5s?
That's correct.
So, I mean, why is it that they always kind of, after the controversy, they always kind of totally go the exact opposite way with it?
It's because when people see something that upsets them, like Rockers of Freddy, nasty, nasty. That's how I feel about it when I see this car. They always go the opposite, too far the opposite. They just leave things be.
I always thought the 7 Series drove well. I hated the interior of the last one.
Of course it drove well, it's a BMW.
Well, yeah. The 4-spoke steering wheel was the worst. They finally got rid of that and went back to the 3-spoke. And they've got in-car internet for the first time.
Huge mistake.
Why do you think so?
Like, listen, I can barely keep the car on the road alone without music.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, they should go. Citroen used to have 1 spoke, no radio. It was very easy to drive, simple, old school.
So you think the 1-spoke steering wheel is the solution to distractions?
1-spoke rims, as far as I'm concerned. Keep it simple.
All right. They are keeping it simple. The new
Simply
design
terrible.
is. We can thank Lexus for the design of the new 7 Series. That's what I'm going to say to that one. NHRA, you like drag racing at all?
No, it's like. Do you like coloring books? I mean, what?
Well, it's hard to argue with a sport that goes 320 miles an hour in a quarter mile.
It's the choose your own adventure of motorsports with only one outcome: 2, explode or win.
Well, let's talk about explode. Scott Kalita died a couple weeks ago in a explosion. Well, it was sort of an explosion followed by a crash.
Followed by the other guy winning.
I guess he lost the race, among other
drag
things.
race.
So the NHRA has decided to, for its top fuel and funny car races, limit them to 1,000 feet.
Funny car is an inappropriate name for this racing, but come on.
Well, it's only funny if someone doesn't die. But so they're limiting it to 1,000 feet instead of 1,320 feet, which is a quarter mile. Okay, in my opinion, drag racing is a quarter mile. It's the entire point of drag racing, and limiting a race to 1,000 feet. Oh, it's, by the way, while they're investigating his death. His death had nothing to do with the length of the track. His car exploded halfway down the freaking track. I mean, do you think that'll accomplish anything?
I'm not sure what drag racing accomplishes at all, even if both guys survive. It's like people ask about NASCAR versus Formula One, and now those are like brain surgery versus like getting a manicure. And so it's just not. I don't even understand. I can't even comment on this situation. People don't ban lighters because the volcano erupted around the world. So it just makes no sense.
All right. Well, yeah. So we kind of in agreement that this temporary ban in quarter mile top fuel racing is just pretty ridiculous.
They should ban the whole sport and make them all go to driving school.
And so they learn how to like turn the wheel.
Yes.
I have a feeling that if you got into a top fuel dragster, you would end up with shart all over your boxers.
But that's why I'm not an astronaut or a mountain climber or many other the sports which require real skills. So
Okay, there you go. So just computers and CB
Yes.
radios, that's good
Yes.
for you. Mercedes McLaren SLR. Now, I see you laughing over there. Now, they're having one last hurrah before Mercedes and McLaren part ways, and they have released spy photos of the SLR Speedster. Okay, it's got no windshield, it's got no roof, and it's got these two kind of hoops, roll bar things over the driver's head. Now, this thing will go 217 miles an hour with no windshield. Is that safe?
6 out of 6 gumballers who spend in excess of $100,000 to go on gumball in an SLR will tell you it's a terrible car. Furthermore, when you have a supercar it's not selling, there's only one thing to do. You go to the design studio, and again, Site Rocco's a Freddy, open it up, tear it off the top, remove the windshield. This is a stupid car. It's not going to be remembered fondly, and I barely remember it now. No.
You don't think the SLR will be remembered fondly?
No.
I think
Only by the guy who got a good deal on it after he got, like, say, a salvage one and sold it for more to the next guy.
By the guy who took a $200,000 depreciation, good buyout on it.
Well, that's kind of like, you know, I mean, how many guys bought Ford GTs, you know, for like $200,000?
Well, they're worth that now, actually. They're going back up.
All right, well, that's why I don't have one.
You misspoke, Alex. So the SLR Speedster, buy a helmet. I mean, you're gonna need one. I mean, let's say
You know, with a visor and some sunglasses.
let's say you hit a bird at 217. Your face is not gonna.
It's a
look
terrible
pretty
car.
afterwards.
And you know, the Renault had a Speedster years ago without a windshield.
Yeah.
It had like a wind, like. You remember that one? I don't.
No, I don't remember it at all, actually. Coming up on Garage 419, we're going to talk about the accuracy of the Nurburgring lap times, and we're going to go back to our question of the week. Stick around. And we're back on Garage 419, and I got some advice for you guys. If you get a second, set your DVRs or set your butts down on the couch. Sunday nights at 10, check out Factory, Spike TV's new original comedy about a couple of guys who really don't enjoy their jobs very much. Kind of like me. No, I'm kidding. Now, I read forums. Alex, obviously, you read forums, right?
Yes, I read forums.
There has been a lot of debate in the past week about the Corvette ZR1 beating the Nissan GTR's Nürburgring lap time. 726.4 for the ZR1, 729 for the GTR. Now, I have inside information, and I won't tell where from, but it's reliable, promise, that both of these times actually are a bit cheated on. They have shaved tires, they're running race tunes, race gas, things that you won't immediately see, and they can still say they're running street tires. What do you think about as opposed to an independent magazine testing these numbers, the manufacturer is posting them up?
It sounds like you're suggesting there should be like standardization of
course.
Nürburgring times, right?
I mean, if the Nürburgring time is going to be the new standard of performance, why are we just going to trust a manufacturer's claim when there's so many variables?
All right. Well, I agree with what you're saying, but the fact that we're debating this makes no sense again because, I mean, most of the people debating this topic, should have a spell checker before they debate on this topic because the forums are filled with bad spelling. I can't follow this debate. Secondly, do you really think most people debating this can actually afford these cars?
No.
Okay, so secondly, which car would you buy? Which one?
Which one would I buy?
Yeah.
I'd buy a GTR.
Me too. So I don't care what the lap time is.
I mean, I don't either. And the truth is, if over a 13-mile track, 3 seconds to me isn't really that much.
No.
I mean, I guess they want to be able to say, oh, it's the fastest, or it beat this, or whatever. But
the ZR1 could beat it by 5 minutes, and I still would never want to buy one. So,
I mean, I honestly can't even break 9 minutes in Gran Turismo playing PlayStation. Like, I can't. As fast as I go, damage off, like smashing into walls, I still can't break 9 minutes. Maybe I just suck. What's your best Nurburgring time in PlayStation?
I don't know, but this kind of sounds like all those guys, like, I don't want to play Rock Band because I know how to play real guitar. Yeah, but unless you're in a band, you might as well just play Rock Band. And that's the thing about the Nurburgring and the ZR1. And I'll take a GTR, I don't care. I don't care if it's parked. I don't care if it never even laps the place. I'll take it.
We're way off topic right now. but at the end of the day, do you think that having a standardization of Nurburgring times is a good idea if they're going to make them official?
Yes, but you can't buy any of these cars without a memory stick out of your Gran Turismo PlayStation proving that you're any good.
All right. So, all right, man. I'll leave it at that one. Question of the week. Now, last week we asked you guys, is it better to drive a fast car slow and a slow car fast? Most of you, an overwhelming percentage of you, said it's better to drive a slow car fast because you can explore the limits of the car. And it's fun. And most of you posted your various pieces of crap and how fast you like to drive them. Best response was from Pinkler33, who shared with us that he would rather drive a fast car slow to a restaurant, which is how most people drive their fast cars.
Right.
And if you like driving a slow car fast better, it's because you can't afford the fast car. Thank you, Pinkler33. Now, our new question of the week is about the Nürburgring, actually. First of all, is the ring an appropriate benchmark for performance testing? I think so. Alex, do you think so?
No.
Why not?
Because the best way to explore limits of a car is parked in front of a restaurant. Obviously.
Good point. Secondly, if you think the ring is a good benchmark of performance, what exactly do you think needs to be done to standardize the Nürburgring lap time test so that we can prove that cars run a certain time without any cheating? So let us know in the comments box. I love reading your comments. Some of them are funny. And
speaking of benchmarks.
Well, I'm just going to leave you guys with a little theme music from our friend Eric Stromer over at Top Gear. I kid you not, he wrote and sang this. I'll see you later. Bye. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, man. But not for this.